Some people are born into families that encourage education. Others are against it. Some are born into flourishing economies, encouraging of entrepreneurship. Others are born into wars and destitution. But I want you to be successful, and I want you to earn it. But realize that not all success is due to hard work, and not all poverty is due to laziness. Keep this in mind when judging people, including yourself. This is the letter Morgan Housel, the author of The Psychology of Money, wrote to his son after he was born. In his book, he has laid down 20 points that will help you understand how money works. But in this video, I'm only going to emphasize on 5 of his powerful points. Let's dive into them. Number 1, luck and risk. Mark Zuckerberg is a genius for turning down Yahoo's 2006 $1 billion offer to buy his company. He saw the future and stuck to his guns. But people criticize Yahoo with as much passion for turning down its own big buyout from Microsoft. What is the difference between Mark and Yahoo's decision? There is no difference. They all made the same decision, but they all had different results. One got lucky, but the other didn't. Luck and risk are both the reality that every outcome in life is guided by forces other than the individual effort. They are so similar that you can't believe in one without equally respecting the other. They both happen because the world is too complex to allow 100% of your actions to dictate 100% of your outcomes. They are driven by the same thing. You are one person in a game with 7 billion other people and an infinite moving parts. Be careful when assuming that 100% of your outcomes can be attributed to effort and decision. There are a lot of people who are working very hard but never succeeded. Most of these people even die as failures. They failed not because they were lazy, but because they didn't get lucky. The vice versa is also true. There are also some people whose efforts are guided by luck. They succeed in every little thing they do. They succeed not because of their hard work, but because luck is on their side. This truth is hard to accept, but trust me, it works in every little thing we do. Hey, don't get confused here. I know you have a lot of questions going on in mind. You are asking yourself questions like, so now, should I stop working hard and wait for luck to find me? Of course not. That is not what I'm trying to say. I'm only trying to tell you to be careful when making decisions based on the choice of successful people. The choice that made them successful can make you a failure when luck is not on your side. No one is crazy. People from different generations, raised by different parents who earned different incomes and held different values in different parts of the world, born into different job markets with different incentives and different degrees of luck, learn very different lessons. Everyone has their own unique experience with how the world works. All of us, you, me, everyone, go through life anchored to a set of views about how money works that vary widely from person to person. What seems crazy to you might make sense to me. The person who grew up in poverty thinks about risk and rewards in ways the child of a wealthy banker cannot fathom if he tries. The person who grew up when inflation was high experienced something the person who grew up with stable prices never had. We all had different lives shaped by different and equally persuasive experiences. There is no way we will all have the same opinions. Never assume your decisions to be smarter than others. You don't know what you don't know. You only know what you know and define and live your world around that. What may seem crazy to you might make sense to someone. The world is big and complex for you to define how it works. You only occupy a tiny portion of it. We all make decisions based on our own unique experiences that seems to make sense to us in any given moment. Number 3, never enough. The hardest financial skill in getting the goalpost to stop moving. If expectations rise with results, there is no logic in striving for more because you feel the same after putting in extra effort. It is dangerous when the taste of having more money, more power, more prestige increases ambition faster than satisfaction. In that case, one step forward pushes the goalpost 2 steps ahead. You will feel as if you are falling behind, and the only way to catch up is to fake greater and greater amount of risks. Not having enough is a dangerous disease to mankind because it causes one to risk what they have and need for what they don't have and don't need, and at the end, lose them all. I'm not trying to tell you to leave opportunities behind in the name of having enough. I only want to tell you that life isn't any fun without a sense of having enough. Opportunities are good, but be careful because not all opportunities are worth risking for. Some of them are a little step away of taking everything away from you. Always put this in mind that there is no reason to risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. Number 4, freedom. The ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want is the greatest reward money can give. Everyone wants to be wealthy, but not just to be wealthy, but to be able to control over their lives. The ability to wake up every blessed morning and say, I can do whatever I want to do today is one of the sole aim people are desperately searching for money. Everyone wants to be happy, and that happiness comes from freedom. Freedom comes from using your money to buy time. When you're in control of your time, it creates a positive feeling of well-being and satisfaction. Time is one main factor of freedom, though it might be vague to most of us. Doing what you love alone cannot create happiness and freedom. Doing what you love on a schedule you can't control can feel the same as doing something you hate. This is one reason why depression and suicide is increasing exponentially. We all love to take our own decisions and plan how we want our lives to be lived. Everyone likes to feel like they are in control, in the driver's seat. When you try to get them to do something, they feel disempowered. Rather than feeling like they made the choices, they feel like we made it for them. So they say no or do something else, even when they might have originally been happy to go along. When you align money towards a life that lets you do what you want, when you want, where you want, with who you want, for as long as you want, it has an incredible return. The last one here is wealth is what you don't see. Singer Rihanna nearly went bankrupt after overspending and sued her financial advisor. The advisor responded, was it really necessary to tell her that if you spend money on things, you will end up with the things and not the money? People need to be told that. Anytime you purchase something, let's say a car worth $150,000, you have $150,000 less than you had before. Buying nice things make one feel rich because we judge wealth by what we see. But the truth is, what is what we don't see? It is the nice cars not purchased, the diamonds not bought, the watches not worn, the clothes forgone, and the first class upgrade decline. Wealth is the financial assets that haven't been converted to the stuff you see. The only way to be wealthy is not to spend money you have. It is not the only way to accumulate wealth. It is the very definition of wealth. If wealth is the money not spent, then what is the importance of being wealthy? Morgan Housel has all your answers in his book. Get yourself a copy of his book and you will understand how money works. If you are interested in this video, consider subscribing to be notified of my next